Kettle from Danny Mills. We are in Seoul, and it is where Uzbekistan trailed Korea by 1-0. And we're going to be looking at what happened earlier on today as Australia took on Jordan. So they picked up that creditable performance and that draw in Japan last week. Looked as if they'd actually won that game with that goal by Orr. All pressure early on in Melbourne, and the Aussies thought they'd taken the lead. Mark Bresciano didn't score even on the rebound. But they continued to press. And he missed one a couple of seconds ago, and a couple of minutes later he was on the score sheet. Cruz gets down a right goal for Bresciano. Visitor to the score sheet, that's for sure. Who spent most of his career playing in Italy. Well, Tim Cahill's been talking about his future outside the game and how he fancies taking on a coaching role to develop the next generation of Aussie talent. Cruz again, setting it up for him. And then that was Milligan. Now that was Saeed El Muyan. First serious effort for him. And then Ahmed Ibrahim. 40-year-old Mark Schwarzer getting a couple of tests early on. And then the next goal right on the hour. Archie Thompson beginning the move. Tim Cahill heads it home. '28th international goal for Cahill, who these days is in New York with the Red Bulls. It's only the third club of his career, that, by the way. As the Aussies press forward again, it just looked as if it was going to be more goals coming for the Australians. And eventually that goal did go in. Robbie Cruz makes it 3. Player who's had a tough season with Dusseldorf, who went down, of course, in the Bundesliga. He's now moved, and you'll see him in action with Leverkusen next season. Amazlava coming out to save from Archie Thompson. And then Lucas Neal. Another of the seasoned veterans of this Australian squad. .4 the final score. There we are. That's how they stand. Japan already through. And then it's about who is going to end up in that third place position, because they will get the playoff with third place in Group A. So looking at Australia, of course, they had Gusidik, of course, as well, didn't they? As a World Cup coach.
Well, of course, it's been a lot more difficult for them since they've had to go into the Asian qualification groups rather than the Australasia one. But again, teams, Japan, Australia, we want to see both of those teams in the World Cup finals.
It's funny, you look at the progression of that team and how many players were still involved in the international team when they were qualifying it 10 years ago. I mean, they're looking for this new generation. Hasn't appeared yet.
No, it hasn't. You know, you go back, obviously I played with the likes of Paul Ocon, Harry Kewell,
the Duke,
but of course Mark as well. You know, and that next generation of players hasn't really materialised in the A-League in Australia.
We'll take a short break. Stay with us there.
The greatest race in the world.